Right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good
Right.
morning.
Sir, good morning.
Okay. I'm going to start the session now. Now, 8:05. So we'll begin the class. First, I would be giving you brief introduction on myself. I'm Isuru Manavadu, one of senior lecturers in the Department of Accounting, University of Sri Jayawardenepura. I was graduated from the same department uh, 12 to 13 years ago. Academically, I did my bachelor degree in the same department and I did my PhD in accounting from University of Malaya, Malaysia. I completed my PhD somewhere 2019 end. Uh, when it comes to my professional qualification, I'm a fellow member at the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka. I got the membership somewhere 2014. Lecturing experience more than 12 to 13 years. Uh, right. I'm taking you through on contemporary issues, corporate reporting. Right. This is a new syllabus from this batch onwards. Contemporary issues in corporate reporting. Earlier we had contemporary issues in financial reporting, but the subject title and the content broader now, right? Corporate reporting. So I would be taking you through on the introduction part of that subject today and as the coordinator of the subject. So there are uh, three lecturers for this subject, Senior Professor Samanthi Senaratne and Professor Atula Manavaduge, one of co-founders of our department, Professor Atula Manavaduge. He also will be doing uh, or contributing to this particular subject, right? I will be explaining in detail how this course would be conducted throughout this semester. There are 15 weeks. So I would be explaining in detail how this particular course would be conducted, how you would be evaluated. So we'll discuss them. Right. Let me share my screen. Right. Okay. Give me 1 minute. I hope you can see my screen. Right. I hope you can see uh, course outline or else course specification. So this is the guiding document for this subject, right? So I hope you have seen this document. We have uploaded to the Google folder. Uh, I hope you read this up to some extent. Course code MPAC 9301. The subject title or the course title, Contemporary Issues in Corporate Reporting. This is a compulsory course, right? So lectures will be conducted physical as well as online, right? So I'm not going to read each and every word in this document. So you can read by taking your time, but I would be highlighting the important things for you to, I wanted to emphasize, stress on some areas. So particularly, as I mentioned earlier, the course, there are three lecturers for this subject. Professor Atula Manawaduge, Senior Professor Samanthi Senaratne, and myself. So I'm coordinating this subject, right? So lectures, as there are two groups, group 1, 8 to 11, Saturday, then group 2, uh, 12 to 3. So, right. So as there are two groups, when we prepare this particular document, I put group A and group B, but that allocation has been done. Now this is, I think, group 2, right? This is group 2 as per the original allocation. So there are two sessions for this batch, right? Now you can see course objective. So this is one of very important courses in this curriculum, right? Contemporary issues in corporate reporting. Corporate reporting is a broader concept, broader one. Corporate reporting consists of mainly three things. For your information purpose, I would tell corporate reporting consists financial reporting, governance reporting, and sustainability reporting. Corporate reporting is a collection of many things, right? So we'll discuss in detail, right? Uh, Now you can see the course objective. Course objective. There are 6 learning outcomes. On successful completion of this course, participants should be able to. So you need to read one by one. 1 to 6. Learning outcomes 1, LO1, LO2. Likewise, you can see LO6. At the end of this course, these 6 learning outcomes, right? The first one, identify and explain. So those are the action verbs. Those are the action verbs. Those are measurable. So you will be evaluated on different methods, the continuous assessments, as well as final examination, right? In the continuous assessment, there is a midterm test, MCQs. So all these assessment methods, so we can check these learning outcomes, whether you have explored or not, right? The first LO1, identify and explain key accounting theories relevant to corporate reporting. Relevant to corporate reporting, right? Second one, compare and explain. Now, compare and explain, those are high order level action verbs. Compare. Identify is comparatively low order level action work. Identify, that's a kind of memory things, but compare and explain the high order level, thinking level. Then critically analyze the contemporary issues in corporate reporting. Then discuss the practical implications of these contemporary issues in corporate reporting. Then evaluate these contemporary issues using appropriate theories. Then last one, demonstrate, enhance generic skills in communication, research, and analytical thinking. Right? So all these learning outcomes should be achieved at the end of this course. Each and every week, right? Week by week, you can get the learning outcome, right? We can achieve these learning outcome, right? Next, learning resources. So we have provided learning resources, required textbook and resources. The details are given, so you can try to look at these books, right? Reading resources, recommended additional resources, right? Okay. So all these lecture materials, the materials that we are providing will be uploaded to the LMS. I got to know that still LMS has not been allocated, but very soon you will be given access to learning management systems. Then we will be communicating through LMS, learning management system, right? As a solution, Professor Ajwad created, Google folder to share all lecture materials and the Zoom links and everything, right? So I hope you have downloaded required lecture materials. So I have shared two materials, lesson 1 lecture material and article review. Now you are wondering what is article review? Don't worry, I will explain. Right. Other learning resource and information, university library website. You can visit the library. There are resources. Through them, you can enhance your knowledge, skills, and thinking. So we have provided some useful websites. Sri Lanka Accounting and Auditing Standards Monitoring Board. That's a regulatory body, regulatory entity. Then CA Sri Lanka. Then International Accounting Standards Board. Global Reporting Initiatives, GRI. Then International Federation of Accountants, IFAC. So likewise, the important websites are given. Right. More importantly, this is week by week topics that we will be discussing. Then you can see here assessment as well. So when time comes, I will explain what is an assessment, right? Then, right. Week number 1, that means today. Today I will be taking you through introduction to contemporary issues in corporate reporting, right? So I will be covering. In addition to this topic, I need to cover the course. I need to introduce the course and how you are evaluated, the assessment plan. So I need to explain, therefore, so both I need to cover within these 3 hours, right? Right. Week number 2, 25th of April, theories in accounting. Theories in accounting. Theories in accounting. So there are, basically there are 2 types of theories. Normative accounting theories and positive accounting theories. Normative, positive. So there are, under that, there are different types, right? So through this particular discussion, in the week number 2, you can learn the theories in accounting. So that's the base, right? That's the base. So you will be enjoying, you will be learning on learning accounting theories, right? Then week number 3, so 9th of March, sorry, 9th of May, corporate governance and ethical considerations in corporate reporting. Very important lesson, very important one, right? You should know why we should implement corporate governance mechanisms. There are theory connections, so we'll discuss them. In the first lecture onwards, so we would be connecting to this particular the connecting to the each and every lesson. So there are connections from lesson to lesson. So you should understand, you should explore the connection as well, right? There are relationships of each and every lesson. Right. Then week number 4, conceptual framework of financial reporting and standard setting. Right. In this week number 4, as you can see, presentation number 1, that's on corporate governance and ethics. Now you are wondering, what is this presentation number 1? Okay. As I mentioned earlier, you will be evaluated in 2 assessments. Under continuous assessment, there are 2. The first one is midterm test. Midterm test. There are around 25 to 30 multiple choice questions, MCQs, right? That's the first one. The second one is group assignment. Group assignment. Under group assignment, each and every group, there should be 6 members. 6 members. 6-member groups. Right? So, let's take first group. The first group should pick a research article on corporate governance and ethics area. Right? Group number 1. Corporate governance and ethics area. So there are plenty of research articles. Right? So don't worry, I will be explaining, I would be doing another session within the day, within these 3 hours, how to select an appropriate research article. So there are set of guidelines that you need to follow for this group assignment. I will explain. The group number 1 will do the presentation in week number 4. Week number 4. Right? 6 members in each and every group. Right? Okay. Right. Week number 5, measurement and fair value accounting. Measurement and fair value accounting. The same time, you can see presentation number 2. That group can select research article on conceptual framework for financial reporting and standard setting, right? Okay, because earlier week we covered this area. Then the beginning of the next week, subsequent week, we can get the presentation as well, right? So that's the connection. Right. Next, week number 6, that is on 6th of June, accounting for corporate sustainability. Presentation number 3, measurement and fair value accounting. Then 13th of June, mid-semester exam, during that particular week, June 13th. Then 20th June, sustainability and climate change reporting, is very important. Presentation number 4, corporate sustainability reporting. Then week number 8, integrated reporting. Sustainability, the presentation number 5, sustainability accounting and reporting. Then week number 9, earnings management. Earnings management, another very important concept in accounting and finance. So you should learn that. Now, earlier, the last couple of weeks, you have seen there is a huge fraud, one of banks in our country. So there are connections. Earnings management in simple meaning, earnings management means manipulation of financial statements for the betterment of the people who are taking decisions. Earnings management, that's the meaning of earnings management, right? Okay. So you should listen to these, you should engage with these topics, you should learn these topics, important topics. Week number 10, capital market research in accounting, capital market research. Another very important one, capital market research. So capital markets, the common markets available, share, we can exchange shares, right? The decisions are taken based on the information, information asymmetry. So there are a lot to be learned under this topic. Then presentation number 7 on the earlier one, earnings management. Then week number 11, international accounting. International accounting, another very important one. Right now, these days, we are talking about the harmonization, accounting harmonization. So each and every country practicing same methodology, same set of standards, right? So there is a connection from international accounting. Now, as a country, we adopted international financial reporting standards somewhere 2012, right? That's the International Accounting Standards, IFRS. Okay, so we can discuss about international accounting in week number 11. The presentation, that particular week, we can get the presentation on capital market research. Then week number 12, corporate failure. Corporate failure. See the importance of corporate failures. Another very important topic that we will be covering under this course, corporate failure, in week number 12. Then the presentation number 9 on the previous week topic, that is international accounting. Week number 13, contemporary issues in digital transformation in corporate reporting. Another important one, right? Digital transformation. For some topics, we will be inviting industry experts as well. Industry experts as well. Okay. So the last time also we invited a couple of industry experts for relevant topics. Okay. To give the maximum exposure to achieve learning outcomes of this course. Right. So these are these subjects, important to develop the nation as well, right? So when you see, when you listen to this particular explanation, you can understand how important these topics, right? So now, in order to learn them, you need to attend lectures. You need to actively participate, right? Because when you attend lectures, you can learn a lot. Okay. So you should get knowledge, skills, and thinking. Okay. Therefore, you should participate for the lectures. Okay. You invested an amount, you investment in the sense that's an investment, right? So one can argue that's a cost, but benefit should be higher than the cost. So you should get maximum from these activities, right? Week number 14, corporate reporting in the public sector environment. Public sector environment. So that is the last topic. Last topic, corporate reporting in public sector. So public sector, big stakeholder of any organization, right? So we should discuss public sector reporting framework, public sector financial statements and budgetary reporting, COPA, accountability and transparency. Then the connection to sustainability and sustainable development goals, SDGs, reporting. Right. So we'll discuss them in the week number 14. Last week, we will be doing a revision before the exam. So we will be doing a kind of revision. We would be the model paper in the sense, yes, how you are evaluated in the final exams. Kind of a revision class will be conducted in week number 15. Right. Okay. Now, section number 5, you can see the assessment plan. Already you are aware how you are evaluated through this course, the mid-semester exam, 15%, group assignment 25%, final exam 60%, right? Group assignment means article review. Look at this. In 5.2, mid-semester examination, there could be MCQs. Then group assignment, research articles, review, and presentation. You saw the presentation connection, right? The week number 4 onwards, we would be taking presentations, group by group. Yes, at the same lecture week, we can get the presentations, right? You can see 6 members in each group. 6 members. Now in this class, around 75 students, no? 75 students, right? So entire batch 11, approximately 150 students. So we divided into 2 batches, 2 sub batches. Uh, we could have 12 groups, 12 groups, right? Some weeks, maybe we would be taking 2 presentations, right? So we'll decide how we can get the presentations, right? So maximum number of students in each group should be 6 members. 6, not more than 6, right? Not more than 6, right? When it comes to final exams, there could be 5 to 6 scenario type questions. Structured questions would be consistent in the final examination paper, right? Okay. The common items are there, integrity, so you can read leisurely, right? Okay, that's the introduction of the course, Contemporary Issues in Corporate Reporting, right? Okay, let me close this one. Now, I will take you through on the article review. Article review. Right. Article review. Right. There is a special announcement. So you can see attendance sheet. Please take a couple of minutes and click on this form, attendance sheet, and fill this particular form within 2 to 3 minutes. I hope everyone can see the attendance sheet 2026 CICR subject. Okay, to take a couple of minutes and do it.
මේ පරීක්ෂණ කළ විධිමත්භාවය සඳහා මාධ්‍යවරයා සහ මාධ්‍යවේදීන් ඉල්ලාසලා තිබෙනවා. අනේස ඊය පාටි අපිට ජනාධිපති වගේම ඉදිරි දිනකීපයේදී අනිත් මාධ්‍යයේ පාඩ අමාත්‍යේ ජනාධිපති පත්‍රා. ඉතින් අතරම මේ 2025-26 ගල්ගත් ආරණ්‍ය සම්පතේ ආණ්ඩුව පාරිශ්‍රමයේ ඉරසක් පුරා ඉත්තම ඉංග්‍රීසි පත්‍රා. ගුරු මාධ්‍යවල මාධ්‍ය සාර
Can't you see the attendance sheet? Okay, I also now Shashi has our assistant. I will share this one again. Check whether you can see now. But some people have submitted already. Submitted, right? Okay. Nice. Right. There was a connection issue. Right. Okay. I hope you can see my slide again. Right. I was trying to explain what is an article. Before article, you should be aware about the database. So there are databases, example, Emerald, Science Direct. So likewise, there are databases. Under databases, there are journals. There are journals, right? Journals are publishing articles. Articles. So that's the connection, right? So there are plenty of journals. There are plenty of journals, but we need to be careful when we are selecting journals. Why? There are predatory journals, meaning people are trying to publish their articles by paying money, right? By paying money, they could publish without reviewing. They need only the publication. They need only the publication. So what some people are, not all are, some people are trying to publish their very poor documents by paying money, right? Suppose you are selecting such a journal article, what would happen to your review, right? So therefore, we need to be careful before selecting an article, right? So journals, now you know the meaning of a journal. Journal consists of articles. Journals, they are publishing articles, right? Some journals, they are publishing 2 times in a year, sometimes 3 times in a year, right? Sometimes 1 time in a year, right? It depends, right? So now you are wondering how a quality good journal would be identified. So there is a mechanism. We can identify index journals, index journals, right? Index journals. So there are different methods of indexing. ABDC, ABDC country rank, country, indexing. Then Scopus indexing. Then Web of Science indexing. So there is a website called SJR, Web of Science, SJR. I will explain one by one. Don't worry. Don't worry. But as a subject, we focus only ABDC indexing. ABDC indexing only, right? So under ABDC indexing, again there are categories A star, B, C, likewise there are categories, right? So we recommend AOA star journals. AOA star journal should be identified for your review. For your review, right? So we can learn one by one. Okay. Now, article review. So entire purpose of this group assignment is to give you good experience on research, because next semester you need to do a research project or research, right? So you would be learning how to review an article and present right? There are multiple skills that you can improve when you do this particular assignment, group assignment. Hmm? There are 6 members in a group. So teamwork, listening to others, decision making. So you can learn a lot. And networking, you can, you know, uh, learn each other. You can share your ideas. Okay, so everyone should contribute. There should not be any free riders. You should contribute. Hmm. How to select an article? Okay. Now there are areas to be selected. No? Already you have seen in the course specification areas to be selected. Corporate governance, corporate failure. So I will show you. The first you would be searching an article through where? Through Google Scholar. Scholar. Google Scholar. Right? See, Google Scholar. So you can search now. Google Scholar. Then you can appear this particular screen. You can see the screen like this. Let's say now selected area. Corporate governance. Let's say for an instance, look at this. When you type corporate governance, you can see plenty of literature. Plenty of literature. See? There are many pages as well. Many pages. First one, corporate governance, that's a book. Then literature review of corporate governance. But in your analysis, you should not select literature review. You should select full article, full research article, right? Not the review articles. Please keep that in your mind. You should not select review articles because again you need to do a review. No, then review on review. No, that's not accepted, right? You should select full research article, full research article, right? Don't worry. Once you set the group as a team, you can select appropriate journal article and you can send it to me for the approval. Then I will go through it and see whether that's an appropriate or not. Right? So I will be creating group by group article identification sheet. Right? Then I will give the acceptance on the same sheet so everyone can see that. Right? Everyone can see that. Within a couple of days, I will prepare and you can set the teams. You can fill the names to each and every group. Then in front of that, you can put you can share the link of that particular article, right? The details of the article can be recorded. Then I can go through it and accept or reject, right? Okay. Right. Now you can see here, so there are plenty of articles, right? When you type keywords of an article, you can search like this. These are search engines. Search engines, right? Okay. Moving forward. Right. How to select an article? Scholarly source. So Google Scholar. So that's most frequently used search engine, right? Scholarly works can be searched through uh, the platforms like Google Scholar, right? So those are peer-reviewed. Another party has reviewed the work. Then the assurance can be given, right? As I mentioned earlier, if one person publish an article without reviewing, what would happen to that particular article? The quality wise very poor. If we are reading such a document, such an article, then your outcome, your the expected outcome also would not be uh, received, right? Right. Now look at how to select, how to test whether it is a scholarly source. Journal rating. Journal rating. There is an impact factor. Impact factor. So we can check the impact factor as well. So based on the citation, number of citations, now I will show you Google Scholar. This is individual profile, right? Co-authors. Now, number of citations based on that H index and I-10 index. That's on the individual researcher's profile. So likewise, now when we click on this, this is an article, this is a journal name, Journal of Accounting in Emerging Economies. I will take that one. Just search that particular journal. See, Journal of Accounting in Emerging Economies. Database is Emerald. Emerald is the database, right? Emerald. The name of the article, so you have seen, but under this particular journal, there are plenty of articles, right? So you need to ensure that particular journal is indexed. This particular journal is indexed. Then you can get an article from this journal, right? If this particular journal is indexed, no need to worry. The quality wise, okay, right? So you need to check whether this journal is indexed or not. Right. We'll discuss how to see that, how to check that. Okay. Now, ABDC journal list. ABDC journal list. Okay. Main characteristics of journal article. Main characteristics. So in an article, yes, there is a title of the article, right? Then the format, there is a specific format that we need to follow. then author, publisher, then citation. I will explain one by one. So have a look on this. Have a look on this. Now you have seen what citations are. Citations means when a person takes some knowledge from an article and use that particular knowledge for your own work, then you need to give the due credit to the person who wrote that particular article. So that's called citation. That's called citation. Now, for an instance, now moderating effect of IFRS adoption on foreign direct investment, conditional accounting conservatism in South Asia. 36 people cited my article. 36 people in the world. When they write their articles, they cited my article 36 times. Accounting, record keeping practices, small medium enterprises in Sri Lanka, 70 people, 70 times cited. So likewise, so that's the meaning of citation. Yeah. In journal article, approximately 10 to 15 pages, not big, bulky, not bulky, a very concise article, right? So the first thing is you need to select appropriate journal article for your review, right? You should select full research article, not a review article. You should select full research article, right? So please keep that in your mind. You should select a full research article. Before article, you should select a journal. Journal should be indexed under ABDC. Right. Okay. What is critical review of journal article? Critical review in the sense you would be evaluating the strengths of the article, weaknesses, validity, and the limitations. You are critically reviewing the article. Okay. When you read, so sometimes first time you cannot understand anything from that particular article. You need to read second time. Again, difficult to understand. Third time, right? So read, right? By reading, you can understand. Okay, multiple times you need to read because we are asking you to read only one article by 6 members, right? So everyone should read and understand about the article, right? So you can evaluate that particular article, okay? Right. Before you read the article, now there is an assigned area, no? Assigned area. So based on your wish, you can select the area. So I will be opening the Google Sheet. Then you can allocate members to each and every group, and you can. I will set the area. I will set the area already. We have identified the areas too. Then you can put the names, six names, right? Then based on that, you can, once you set the groups, you can find an appropriate article. Once you mention the article, I will give the acceptance. Right. Read about the authors. There are famous authors in respective areas, right? Respective areas, there are very famous authors, right? Then you can learn a lot by reading such articles. Study subheadings. Subheadings, you can glance through what are the main areas that particular article discuss. First, once you get an article, you need to read the abstract. Once you read the title of the article, you can go to abstract. That's a kind of half a page document. You can read and get good understanding about entire article by reading the abstract. Right. Abstract as well as a conclusion. Conclusion section, that is the last one. Huh? Conclusion consists the implications of the study. Implications of the study. Implications. Right? Right. Then you can study the list of references. List of references. There are very strong references. So you can go through the list of references as well. Then through them you can understand the suitability, appropriateness of the article for you to take as the base document for your analysis. Right. The main questions to be addressed. What is the main question? What is the main or most significant idea of this source? What is the author trying to do? The purpose. Now, when they are writing an article, there should be a purpose, no? There should be a focus. There should be a purpose, sorry. Right? So you should answer, you should identify why that particular study has been conducted. What are some limitations or gaps? Sometimes the same article, they have mentioned limitations. Right? If they have not mentioned limitations, by reading, you could understand, you could identify the limitations of that particular article. Right? Right. Guidelines for the research article review. Guidelines. Right. Now you are wondering, once you are given a main area and based on your wish, you can select the area, right? Let's say you as a team, you wish to study about the corporate failures. Corporate failures. There are plenty of research articles written on corporate failures. So you are very interested on that particular area, right? Then you can get together 6 members and study about it, right? Then in that particular area, you can do a bibliographic analysis. Bibliographic analysis. Bibliographic in the sense references. References. You can take the references, right? Once you get the references, then you can see that journal names are there in the references. Journal article name, the journal name, the title of the paper, volume, published year. So likewise, a set of information available in the reference list. That's called bibliographic, right? So through that, you can identify the journal, name of the journal. Then you can see that name of that particular journal is indexed or not, right? Index or not, right? Yes, this second bullet point already you are aware. You should identify why that particular study has been conducted. What's the motivation? What's the problem? Because in terms of research, first step is identification of the problem. Then only we need to do the research, right? There should be a problem. If there is no problem, meaning no research, right? Main objectives of the research. Does the author try to build on past research? Does the author try to build on past research? Sometimes there are base documents. So when you read, you can identify how that particular study has been conducted. Does the author define any terms? Are the definitions specific and useful? Sometimes author define some concepts, but there should be a proper articulation when they are defining some items, some concepts. Sometimes you can see theories, definitions of the theories. They are trying to explain the connection to concepts through the theories. Okay, so there is a connection, right? Now, in the second lecture, you can learn about accounting theories, right? So there are connections from theories to research, right? There is a course called research methodology. So you can learn research methodology, right? Then you can, connect this assignment, but this particular assignment, right? Here you are learning how to identify an appropriate journal. Under that, you would be selecting a journal article, right? That's a quality-wise, very nice, very good quality, up to the standard, right? Then you will be reading such an article multiple times. Then you can enhance your skills and thinking, right? Okay. Right. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you need to select a full research article. Full research article consists of, there are main components of an article. Introduction, the first one, you can see the title. Then you can see the authors. Right? Then you can see the abstract. Then you can see the introduction. Then literature review. Then methodology. Then analysis, discussion, and conclusion. Last, you can see the reference list. Reference list. Okay. So, when you select an article, you need to see whether all components are available, right? Don't select review articles. Review articles. There are review articles, but don't select review articles for this analysis, right? Right. Okay. What are the author's major findings? So when you read, you can see what are the findings, how they have concluded it, what are the implications of the study. So that's why I said when you read first time, sometimes you cannot understand. Read second time, read third time, fourth time, likewise. Right? Multiple times you should read and try to understand. Right? Does the author accomplish his objective? Because there are set of objectives in a research article. Then throughout the research, they need to achieve research objectives. Right? So there are methodologies, quantitative methodology, qualitative methodology, mixed method, right? Okay. So you can learn them through reading. Does the author suggest areas, future research? Some research articles you could see future research areas. That means they have not touched that area in that research. But they are suggesting, yes, these areas also can be studied. That's called future research. Right. Very importantly, the purpose of this assignment. Now you can have a look on these 3 bullet points. Purpose of this assignment. Learn to think, research, and write critically on the topics relating to financial reporting issues or corporate reporting issues. Right? Learn to research in scholarly databases and academic journal sources. Right? This should be the starting point of your research journey. Right? You are learning how to pick an appropriate journal. Under that, there are articles. So you would be picking an appropriate journal article for you to read, right? For you to read. So this is kind of scholarly work, starting point, right? Criteria for evaluation. Article review, presentation, 15 to 20 minutes, Q&A, 5 minutes, right? Number of slides, preferably 10 to 12 slides that you can incorporate for the presentation, right? PowerPoint presentation. Okay. So week number 4 onwards, we will be taking presentations. Okay. You need to summarize. You need to write the PowerPoint presentation and present, right? Before the presentation, you need to submit the article, the article that you have, that you will be downloading. Then the evaluator, the respective lecturer, will evaluate you and allocate marks based on your performances. Right, okay. How you would be evaluated on the group assignment? Group assignment. Bibliographic citation and overview of an article. Analysis of research issues, problem, purpose, and literature. 35 marks. Then 2.1 to 2.4, the analysis. Right, so you can go through this because marks will be allocated based on this rubric, based on these criteria. Then third one, analysis of methodology. Analysis of major findings. Analysis of limitations. Summary and conclusion. Then presentation skills, 10%. Then you have to have some additional information. You can articulate the ideas, limitations of the existing article. So you can incorporate your ideas as well. Collection of additional information regarding main research issue addressed in the article. Collection of additional information regarding. Some marks allocated for that one as well. Okay. That's the end of article review discussion. Now I would be showing you ABDC. ABDC. ABDC country rank. ABDC, right? ABDC journal list. Right? See, when you search, you can see it. Australian Business Deans Council. Then, when you go to this web link, you can see ABDC journal quality list. That's a Excel sheet. Right? Right. Okay. Now I hope you can see here journal name here, the first one. Journal title. Journal title means journal name. Can you see here 2025 last column? B, that is the rating. But in this assignment, you need to pick journals categorize AOA star. AOA star. Right? AOA star. Okay? Not B, not C. Okay? So you need to show me that particular the information as well. So once you provide the journal name, I could see whether that's a AOA star. Now we'll see. So I have selected an article. Journal of Accounting in Emerging Economies. We'll see whether this is index or not. Index or not. Find next. Here, Journal of Accounting in Emerging Economies. Emerald Group Publishing. For this year, that's a B, right? For your analysis, you should not take that journal. You should select A or A star. There are plenty of A or A star journals. You need to pick the journal, then only you can identify a journal article. Right. I hope you are clear with that. Any questions up to now? Any questions?
Yes, sir. Thank
Yes.
you very much for letting me question. You mean we have to choose only one journal article, right? That is A or A plus, and we have to review it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. So no two or three journals, only one journal articles, right?
Yes, is only one journal article to be selected as a group.
Oh, okay.
Member group. So there should
Okay,
be
sir.
open discussion among all 6 members, right? One
Yeah.
article should be selected, but that article should be quality wise 100%. Quality
Okay.
is 100%. That's why we are asking you to select A or A star. So you
Okay.
can see A or star, see?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Okay. Right. Any other questions? Now, another thing is this particular ranking will be changed year to year. See, 2022, 2022, 2019, there can be changes. That's A star or A or B would be determined based on the citation. Based on citation. Right? Citation of the articles. Then I will show you another indexing tool, that is SJR. SJR. Simago Journal and Country Rank. Simago. Now I have copied the journal name, so I can paste here. Then
Okay.
if you can appear, if you can see the journal name here, that means that journal is indexed in SJR, Journal of Accounting in Emerging Economies, right? Then you can see SJR Q1 journal, H index. I already told you the H index, the Q1 journal. Accounting 1, Q2, development. Under this journal, there are 3 categories. But Q1, Q2, Q4 would be changed year to year. Right?
Sir, excuse me.
Right, okay. Hello?
Oh, yeah, sir. These are the A, B, C, D, and SJR, those kind of items are the index identify qualities of a journal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So based on this, A, B, C, D only we have to focus on A or A star.
Yes, you are correct.
Okay, then after that,
Yeah.
we need to apply, or as you earlier lectured so far, is it the full research or review research or those kind of things, right?
You need to select full research, right? Not the review
Oh,
article.
okay. These are these are the instructions for the when we are doing the research group research project or research, right?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Thanks, sir.
correct. So this one I have mentioned for your information purpose,
All right. Okay.
right? SJR I have shown you for the information purpose only, but for
Oh,
the
yeah.
second purpose, ABDC country rank can be selected,
Okay. Okay. Thank
right?
you.
Okay. You are from which country?
I'm in.
Huh? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, you are from?
Yeah, I am from Sri Lanka.
Right, okay.
Oh.
Right, nice. Okay. Right, now we can conclude that article review 1. Within couple of days, I will create Google Google Sheet, right? Google Sheet, and I will share by allocating the areas. Then you can, create groups. You can put the names by discussing with your friends, right? Then you can take another time, and you have to have discussion among your friends as group members, and select a journal, A or A star journal, based on ABDC country rank. Then you can select an article under that particular journal, right? That's the process. Then once you get the acceptance from me, you can start the analysis. So this is the evaluation criteria. So you can focus on this and develop your critical review of the article, right? I hope you are very clear with this, right? If you have any doubts, please ask. Please ask. Do you have any other questions or the things to be clarified? Right. It seems no questions. You are clear 100%. Now we can take a small break. Now we have discussed 1.5 hours. So we can take a small break, 15 minutes break. After that, I would be taking you through on the first lesson, introduction to contemporary issues in corporate reporting. Take a break. Right. Welcome back. Now I would be discussing the lesson 1, Introduction to Contemporary Issues in Corporate Reporting, right? So before going through the content of the lecture material, I would like to give the connection of this particular lesson by using this whiteboard, right? Right. Hope you can see my whiteboard. Okay, now let's take and corporate. I would start with the business. Business. As you are aware, there are multiple stakeholders. Multiple stakeholders. Stakeholders. Multiple stakeholders, right? Investors, government, employees, suppliers, financial institutions, banks, researchers, general public. So there are plenty of stakeholders of a business. So business should provide information. Should provide information for their decision making. Right? Information. So this information, financial information, financial, non-financial. Financial, non-financial. Right? Not only financial data, but also we need to provide non-financial data as well for the decision-making purpose. Okay? Right. Now, when we provide these information should be reliable. These information should be reliable. Then, now try to see the holistic picture of this discussion. Now, in reporting, I told you there is a broader concept called corporate reporting. Corporate reporting consists of 3 things. Corporate reporting consists of 3 things. Financial reporting, governance reporting, sustainability reporting. When it comes to financial reporting, I told you, there should be a reliability. Financial reporting, there are many, many regulations. Many, many regulators. Okay. Internationally, IFRS Foundation. International Accounting Standards Board. IASB. So they are issuing international accounting standards. IASB, International Accounting Standard Board. When you search IFRS Foundation, you can see IFRS standards. Then when it comes to local, CASL, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka, they have the power to issue accounting standards for this territory, Sri Lankan territory. That power has been given from 1995, number 15 of Accounting and Standards Act. Accounting and Auditing Standards Act. That power has been given to CA Sri Lanka, right? Then Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. So likewise, there are regulatory bodies internationally as well as locally. Regulations are there, accounting standards, auditing standards, plenty. Right. Then governance reporting. So I will connect through this. In a business, who is the owner? Who are the owners in a company? Who are the owners of a company? Can anyone tell? Who are the owners of
Shareholders.
shareholders? Very good. Shareholders. Right. Who will take decisions in a company?
Managing directors.
Managing director. Only managing director.
No, not only the directors,
Board of directors.
board of directors.
Right. Board of directors. Right. In this case, I would like to connect with the theory. With the theory. Who is the agent? Who is the principal in this scenario? Who is the agent? Who is the principal?
Shareholders are the agent and board of directors are the principal. Shareholders are the
Principals and board of directors are agent.
agent.
Right. Very good. Board of directors are agents. Huh?
Yes.
Shareholders, principal. Is there any conflict between agent and the principal?
Oh, yes.
Yes. What is the conflict? Shareholders wanted to develop the company, right? They need to see a developed, well-recognized company. That's shareholders' objective. But board of directors, they will take decisions.
Increase their benefits.
Yes, their benefit. Their benefit, right? I will give another example. As a country, Sri Lanka, who is the principal? Who is the agent?
President.
Citizens of the country, principal. Parliament members, agents, right? Now, parliament members are taking decisions. Parliament members, cabinet, the politicians. They take the decision. Now, there is a conflict. Now, citizens of the country wanted to develop the nation, develop the country. But sometimes parliament members, they would take decisions for their betterment rather than country's betterment. Right? So there is a conflict. That conflict is called agency problem. Agency problem. Right? Agency problem. Agency problem. This is a very famous discussion. Huh? This particular problem and the solutions are discussed under agency theory. Right. Now you identify there are problems, right? So how we can mitigate it? How we can mitigate? Now board of directors, if board of directors are taking decisions for their betterment rather than company's betterment, what would be the solution? That solution gives in the corporate governance. Board balance. Board balance. Independent directors. Non-executive independent directors are appointed to the board. There are subcommittees, board audit committee, board remuneration committee, HR, related party transactions committee. So likewise, there is a proper guideline on corporate governance. So corporate governance is one of mechanisms to reduce the agency problem, right? In order to reduce the agency problem, we need to do some activities. On those activities, we need to spend some cost. So that cost is agency cost. Agency cost. Did you understand that particular connection? Did you understand that particular connection?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not going to explain in Sinhala as there are international students, right? Sinhala and Sri Lankan people. Please try to learn through this particular language. I'm not going to use even single Sinhala word, right? Or Tamil word. Purely English as there are international students,
Thank you, sir.
right? But I know sometimes, difficult to understand the language, but I'm using very simple language, right? Not a difficult. I'm not speaking too fast. Mm. Slowly I'm explaining. Next week, Senior Professor Samanthi Senaratne will take the lecture, Accounting Theories. She will explain that, as you are aware, there are 3 lecturers in this subject. So we need to maintain the quality, right? Quality rather than the quantity. Okay. So here in this particular MPAC program, so I'm the deputy coordinator of MPAC program, coordinator Professor Adjwat. So we will be arranging outbound training as well. So these days I'm, organizing that event, right? In Kudaoya, Commando. So that's we have identified that particular place, So we'll discuss once from your batch. You have to have leaders. Then through that leadership, we can organize. And the gaps need to be filled. There are some gaps. So you would be climbing up the career ladder, right? So there are some gaps. So we need to fill it, right? We need to fill it. So there are 150 students in this particular batch 11 of MPAC program. So all these activities are organized for your development, right? So you need to participate them, right? We will be communicating in advance. So next event for your batch is outbound training. So we will be organizing. We'll communicate dates and the venue, number of dates, everything will be communicated in due course, right? I just mentioned uh, for your information, right? Okay. Please take this particular chart. I will give you 2 minutes. Right. Okay. I hope you have written this. Right. So board of directors and the shareholders, there is a conflict. That's called agency problem, right? In order to mitigate that particular problem, there are mechanisms. One example is corporate governance. So there are mechanisms, the corporate governance related things. So we will be covering under one topic, corporate governance. CA Sri Lanka and Securities and Exchange Commission, so they have issued corporate governance guidelines, best practices. Hmm. In addition to that, sustainability reporting is another aspect. Non-financial reporting, non-financial. So recently, IASB issued two sustainability accounting standards, SLFRS, SLFRS S1, SLFRS S2, right? These are compulsory accounting standards, sustainability accounting standards for top 100 companies in terms of market capitalization, right? 2025 January onwards, right? So that those guidelines given in Sri Lanka, the deadlines and all given by Sri Lanka. So SLFRS S1 and S2, sustainability reporting standards. Okay, right.
It means, sir, IASB recently published for these two standards,
Yes,
or for the particularly Sri Lankan countries.
yes, yes.
Oh, right, right.
169 countries,
Uh-huh.
169 countries adopted IFRS,
Yeah, okay.
right? Sustainability accounting standards, something different, IFRS accounting standards and the sustainability accounting standards. Two
Okay.
different set of standards. But both standards are issued by International Accounting Standards Board,
IASB, yeah.
IASB, right?
Okay. In here, IFRS 169 countries, is our Sri Lankan also included in here or not?
Right. I'm sorry, can you please repeat the question?
Yes, sir. Just I was asked, this 169 adapted for the IFRS standard, is our Sri Lankan also including this adaptation?
Yeah. I already
Oh,
told you in 2012 we adopted.
oh, okay. Fine.
In 2012. So you can go to IFRS Foundation and see this.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Okay.
me- IFRS Foundation.
Mm.
IFRS Foundation. See,
Oh, all right. Okay, okay. I will refer later.
Right. See, so what has happened? Right. Can you see IFRS
Yes,
accounting,
yes. Yeah, yeah.
IFRS sustainability, right?
Oh, okay,
Both
okay.
standards are
Got
there.
it.
Right. Okay. Now, in terms of sustainability reporting, so there are again regulators, right? So as you
Mm-hmm.
have already you have seen IFRS Foundation. So they are
Okay.
regulated. Okay. So there is another one under sustainability reporting. There is another one called integrated reporting, IR. Integrated reporting. There is a framework, IIRC framework, International Integrated Reporting Framework. Hmm? That's not a compulsory regulation. That's a kind of voluntary one. Voluntary adoption, voluntary. There are companies who adopted, who use integrated reporting framework when they prepare financial statements, right? So they have clearly mentioned in the IR framework. So let me go to another this thing. All right, okay. They have clearly mentioned how a company create value to all stakeholders, create value for all stakeholders, not only one stakeholder, all the stakeholders under six capitals. Six capitals. What are the capitals? First capital is financial capital. Second one, manufactured capital. Third one, human capital. Fourth one, social relationship capital. Next one, natural capital. Next one, intellectual capital. Right? So these are the six capitals. So in IR reporting, that reporter, the company, should show how organization add value to each and every stakeholder under each and every capital. Right? So when they report it, they need to incorporate financial as well as non-financial information. Right? So Lechelle, you can download demo annual report, demo, Diesel and Motor Engineering PLC. That's one of best IR report. One of best IR reports. Demo. You can download and go through it. That's an IR report. Integrated reporting report. Right? Right. Now, I have connected financial reporting, governance reporting, sustainability reporting. Right? That is the trend now. Sustainable reporting is a broader one. Under that, there are different frameworks, compulsory regulations as well as voluntary regulations, voluntary frameworks rather. Through all these reporting frameworks, corporations need to provide information to stakeholders for their decision making. Right? The stakeholders can take informed decisions. Informed decisions, right? Okay, that's the purpose of corporate reporting. Okay, not only financial reporting, that's a very broader one. Corporate reporting is a broader concept, consists of mainly three: financial, governance reporting, and sustainability reporting, right? So I have connected agency theory as well. That theory, now you can search about agency theory. the inception of that theory, who are the authors. So that's very famous theory, not only accounting research field, but also other disciplines as well. Right? Very famous. Right, okay. With that background information, we'll go through the material. Right. These are the learning outcomes of this discussion. Can you see the bold letters? Describe. That's an action verb. In the final exam paper as well, you can see such action verbs. Right? We are testing by using these action verbs. Describe, discuss, assess. Right? So another 1 hour, now we have another, yes, now 10:30, 10:20, right? 10:20, we have another 40 minutes. During that period, you will be learning these learning outcomes. Okay. Right. What is accounting? So there are different definitions given by American Accounting Association. Then the research based on research article. They have defined in different ways. Right. See, where does corporate reporting stand for? Communicating information to users, stakeholders. So that's what I was trying to emphasize. Right. In corporate reporting, the preparer, the management of the organization, then they prepare financial and non-financial information. In non-financial, basically environment, social and governance. ESG, environment, social and governance related information would be incorporated and disclosed. Right? Then ultimately stakeholders would take decisions. Right? Corporate reporting consists of financial reporting, governance reporting, sustainability reporting. In sustainability reporting, ESG, economic, social and environment. In other words, economic, social and governance, ESG. Then you can see the integrated reporting and 6 capitals. Right? Already we have discussed them, right? Right. So this slide shows how capitals are evolved in the first era to fourth era. First era to fourth era. Now, earlier in the, can you hear me? I think my video, it seems video is stuck.
Can hear you, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Right, okay. Something has happened. Right, I will explain. hello මල්ලි ගියාද?
ඔව් ඔව් වෙලා තින්නේ.
හරි. අනේ මල්ලි ඔන්න ඔය ඉන්න අයට ක්ලියර් කරලා දෙන්න.
හරි ඉවරයි මම මේ කරා.
තුනම හදන්න.
හරි.
හරි. මල්ලි වැඩි ඉවර කළා මට හිමිට මම කෝල් එකක් දෙන්නවට හවසත් චුට්ටක් එන්න ඕනේ.
හවස
ඔව්. දැන් ওই ටික හදලා ඉවරනායින් පස්සේ හවසත් ඇවිල්ලා ওই විදියට ඒගොල්ලෝ ගියාම ක්ලීන් කරමු.
හරි.
හරි. අර මේ එක පල්ලෙහා තියෙනවා මල්ලි මේ සෙන්ට් එහෙම තියෙනවා.
හරි.
හරි. ඕකේ.
මේ ෆයිල්ටි ගන්නවා.
ඒව මම ගන්නම්. මම WhatsApp එකේ දැම්ම ගන්නම්.
හරි.
හරි. hello.
කතා කරපු තැනින් කතා කරන්නේ.
ඔව්.
මේ මට පේමන්ට් එක කරන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ මම ඕනනම් පේමන්ට් කරන්න හැදුවේ මේ ෆේල් කියලා වැටෙනවානේ.
එහෙම වෙන්න බෑ. අපෝ ඕනනම් try කරන්නකෝ.
හරි.
try කරලා දාන්න. හෙටම එකක් තියන්නම් ඔයාලට. හෙටනේ ඉල්ලුවේ. හරි.
කරගන්නවා.
ඔව්.
කරගන්න බැරිද?
එහෙම බෑ. ඔයා pick me දාගන්න පුළුවන් මන්නන්ගේ. pick me පුළුවන්. හරි. hello. Good morning. Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. අද දවසේ හෙටට දාගන්න. ඔයාලා හෙටද අදනේ එන්න දාගත්තේ නේද? හෙටට දාගන්නද ඕනේ? හෙටට දාගන්නද ඕනේ? මම පොඩ්ඩක් මල්ලි කෝල් එකක් දෙන්න. මම පොඩි ලෙක්චර් එකක ඉන්නේ. මම වර කෝල් එකක් දෙන්නම්කෝ ලෙෂලි හරි. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right, there was a problem, right? Did you hello? I hope you can
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
can hear you, sir.
now clear, right? Okay. There was a network issue, I think. Right. I was trying to explain about how the capitals evolved from first era to fourth era, right? In first era, the financial capital, that's agricultural era. They focus on the financials, right? Single accounting entry, Then 1494, double entry accounting system introduced by Luca Pacioli. He wrote a book called Summa. In that particular book, there was a chapter called double entry system. He was a mathematician, right? Later, he became the father of accounting, right? Luca Pacioli. Double entry system introduced in 1494, the financial capital. Then second industrial revolution, 1650, 1955. Then they're trying to manufacture raw materials converted into finished goods, manufactured. So manufactured capital, right? Then third, then information era. Financial, natural, social, and relationship. Then the other set of capitals incorporated. Then multi-capitalism era, 2010 to now, all 6 capitals are incorporated. Financial, manufactured, human, intellectual, social, relationship, natural. Then, sustainability reporting, we started to discuss 1980 time period. Then 2010, integrated reporting, right? There are some developments in corporate reporting, right? So through this particular slide, you can see how the capitals are linked, capitals are evolved during the period, right? Okay, moving forward. Now, this particular slide I have obtained from McNeese Report 2022. So this report explains, now this is a snapshot of that particular report, right? So I will be sharing this particular report, right, for you to read. If you have time, you can read them, right? I hope you can hear me properly, right? One mention as you are muted. Is that old one or new
Now
one?
we are audible, sir. We're clear.
Right. Okay. Right. So this particular report explains the human activity seems have to pushed the planet 2 times beyond the safe operating space on at least 4 boundaries. Now they have mentioned 4 boundaries: planetary boundary, current state, 2020-30 projection, 2050 projection, right? So they have mentioned 4 boundaries. So what is the expectation in terms of sustainability? Now, biodiversity loss, forest cover loss. So likewise, they have estimated through this report. So they have projected 2030 and 2050 projection, right? Climate change 2050 projection. See, climate change in different colors, you can see them. Okay. Ozone one, they have not analyzed, but there is a room to analyze, right? They have not analyzed. They're clearly mentioned as a limitation of it, right? Right. Okay. I hope you can get some understanding through this particular figure I have obtained from this report. Right. The same set of information I have obtained from the same report. Corporate targets are common for climate change, but far less common for other dimensions of nature. Acknowledgement and target set. The climate change, now everyone is talking about the climate change. Acknowledgement without target. That is in light blue. Dark blue, acknowledgement and target set. No acknowledgement or target. Right? They have mentioned as a percentage. So these are, the research finding. So they have done a survey findings, right? Fresh water consumption, chemical and plastic pollution. So these are the issues in the society. Right? Now, these days, corporate reporting not only focus on financial reporting, all other aspects, financial reporting, governance and sustainability, because we need to save the world for the future generations, right? So corporations, they have that responsibility because they are involving with, converting raw materials into finished goods, right? They are using the natural resources sometimes, right? So when they use such natural resources, they need to think about the future of the world, climate change, the water consumption, energy. So there are a lot to be discussed. Right. The value perspective. Now, through this, so I have taken this one from IFAC 2020 report, value creation. So look at this. Now you can see the connection, value perspective, societal value, business value, and the balance sheet value. Right? So in an organization, there are separate divisions. There are some officers, only they look at the balance sheet value. There are some other officers who look at the business value, operation, then societal value. Likewise, there are divisions, right? In societal value, that's sustainability, futuristic. Business value also, there are estimations, expectations. Then balance sheet value, current, we have the information. We have to have, because balance sheet, so there are assets, there are liabilities, there is equity, right? We can see them. So there is a connection from balance sheet value to manufactured and financial. It connects with the financial performances. Okay. Then business value, strategic value. The top management, and that strategy should be everyone's mindset in an organization. Even cleaners should know the strategy. Once the strategies are set, that should be communicated to each and every stakeholder, each and every person who is working in the organization, because then they are working to achieve that particular strategic objectives. Okay. There are the IR capitals are human and the intellectual. Then the societal value, the IR connected capitals are natural and social relationship capital. Okay. So there are key value drivers are there. Through them, we can measure whether those values are achieved. We can measure through them. Okay. Right. So this is another chart that we have obtained from World Bank's the Changing Wealth of Nations program. Nations program. So through this, you can see how GDP, gross domestic production, versus wealth in the context. Wealth. So wealth maximization. That is the objective of the shareholders. Wealth maximization, right? The organization should develop. So you can see the connection from earlier explanation. I was trying to explain the agency problem as well, right? So this particular wealth program, we can see the connection of GDP, gross domestic production, as well as the wealth, right? Okay. Now you can see changing role of corporate reporting, changing role, right? The changing role in the sense now already you have learned the scope of the corporate reporting. Corporate reporting is a broader concept, right? Reporting the information for stakeholders. Stakeholders take decisions. So there are the social, political, and economic factors. There are many factors that we need to consider when we are reporting. Okay. So there are changes. Yes. Now you have seen how the capitals are evolved era to era. Right? There are changes. If we are reluctant to change, then very difficult to survive. Right? When there are requirements, definitely we need to change and we need to act according to the requirements. Right? The role of corporate reporting, yes, as you are aware, decision making is the main thing, and we have to have proper mechanism to provide accountability. So information should be reliable, right? Reliable information should be provided to stakeholders for their decision making purpose, right? Now, what is accountability? Accountability in the sense, if we provide something, we should be responsible, right? And there should be proper assurance. Now you can see the agency principal relationship. And the corporate governance mechanisms are there. Board balance, CEO duality, then subcommittees. So there are such mechanisms, right? Okay. Right. Then corporate reporting process. Corporate reporting process. So there are factors influencing corporate reporting. As you are aware, the regulation of corporate reporting, you know the regulations, SEC rules, accounting standards, auditing standards, there are plenty of regulations. Then the monitoring board, CA Sri Lanka, they are imposing rules, regulations. Then the central bank, they are imposing rules. There are acts, legislations, Accounting and Auditing Standards Act, Companies Act, Banking Act, Finance Act. There are plenty of legislations, rules connects with corporate reporting, right? EPF Act, ETF Act. There are many. Then another factor is economic incentives. So economy as a broader concept. So that's the main factor in corporate reporting. Then social incentives. The society expecting from corporate reporting, right? There are now you have seen broader picture, right? Then impacts of corporate reporting decisions. The impacts. If we take now, earlier you saw, the last couple of weeks you saw the fraud, huge fraud, right? Then many stakeholders are affected when there is a fraud like this. Then there is why there is such a fraud? Maybe weaknesses of the internal controls, maybe negligence of the top management, board of directors. So they should be accountable, right? If there is such thing happen, the impact is huge. That's a financial institution, particularly, right? The central bank is the regulator. The central bank regulation mechanism, there are some loopholes. So everyone should be responsible, right? So in corporate reporting, that's a holistic concept, right? Regulation of corporate reporting, yes, we have discussed these things. Economic incentive in the sense, the managers, employees of an organization, behavior, there are the behavioral issues. The managers, the employees of an organization take their actions based on the incentives, right? The bonuses, right? It further explains in positive accounting theory. In the next lecture, you can learn about positive accounting theory. There is a connection from agency theory. Agency theory is the starting point of positive accounting theory. I know now you cannot understand that particular one, but agency theory you understood. I know that. But positive accounting theory, yes, you will learn next week. Next week, not today, right? Professor Samanthi Senaratne will be explaining positive accounting theory, not only positive accounting theory, normative accounting theories as well, right? Right. Then social incentives. An organization is a part of wider social system. So overall, right? So corporations should have that responsibility toward the society. Okay. There are connected theories on society, system-oriented theories, legitimacy theory, stakeholder theory, institutional theory. So you can learn such theories in the next week. Right. Then the impacts. So in corporate reporting, there are impacts. So there is a direct impact on the share market prices, share prices, market capital research. There is a separate session for that. Capital market research, right? Then reactions of individual investors, then behavioral research, how they react on the fluctuations of the market. On the corporate reporting, yes, there is the influence on the market prices. The behavioral changes can be there. So those things explain in the behavioral research. Right. Key issues in corporate reporting. So these are key issues. Users of corporate report are not limited to shareholders. There are plenty of stakeholders. We need to add value to each and every stakeholder of a business. Right? We need to report them. Okay. Then corporate reporting should go beyond the financial statements. Yes, financial statement, only financial aspect. But non-financial aspects also should be incorporated. Standards are global standards, not local. Then global standard setting, yes, for the good governance. Then the performance may need more than one measure. So there can be multiple measures. So we'll discuss in future lectures. There are measurement methods. There is a topic, measurement and fair value method. Historical cost basis, fair value basis, revaluation. So likewise, there are different methods of measuring. Right? Yes. Okay. Now you can see the relationship between practice theory and research in accounting. Accounting theories play a major role, right? Accounting practice before theories practice was there. Then theories are there. Then theories explain. Positive accounting theories, normative accounting theories. Positive accounting theories, that's about the prediction, the behavioral related things. Normative theory explain the prescribed documents. Conceptual framework is a normative theory, right? So there are rules and regulations. There are a set of rules prescribed, right? That's normative. Okay. So definitely you can learn in the next week. Okay, next week. There are two approaches, deductive approach and the inductive approach. You can learn them in the research methodology, deductive approach and the inductive approach. Deductive approach, in the sense, we could start with the theory and collect data, analyze, and we can, against or for the theory that we have used. That is deductive approach. It connects with the quantitative research. On the other hand, inductive approach means we start with the observation, right? We collect data and we analyze and we ended up with a framework or a theory. That's inductive approach. It connects with the qualitative research, right? So deductive and inductive. So there are approaches. So through them, so we can develop accounting research, right? Right. Why is theory needed? Now, I hope you got some understanding why theory needed. Theory needs to explain something. Now, agency theory explains that particular agency problem, right? Provide an explanation of what is happening, helping to predict what will happen. So theories help us to understand them, right? Role of research in accounting, research of accounting and research in accounting. So you are given some examples. The role of research in accounting, right? Since we are running out of time, I need to complete this. Now, these are the contemporary issues. Based on these areas, we have aligned our lectures. You have seen in the beginning, I have mentioned clearly the week by week, week number 1 to week number 15, last week revision, up to 14th week. We would be covering these areas: earnings management, digital transformation, corporate failures, IFRS adoption, measurement, integrated reporting, fair value accounting, corporate governance and ethics. See, so these are the issues that we would be covering. We would be discussing, right? Yes, summary. Summary of this particular lecture, what we have discussed, right? Right. That's the end of today's lecture. Yes. Any questions before winding up? Did you understand this lecture? Did you understand the content?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Give me 1 minute. There is a call from Shani. Yes, Shani? Right. Okay. Right. Your next lecture will be started at 11:30. Right? Not 12. 11:30. The next lecture will be started. Please join for the next lecture by 11:30. Okay? So that's an announcement. Okay. Right. If there are no questions, we can wind up the class. Thank you very much for joining.
Sorry, sir. Could you please send us all the material slides that you lectured today?
Yeah, sure. I already shared in the Google link, Google folder.
But some folders are empty. I didn't see anything. Any battery.
No. I already shared. You can go to a appropriate link.
Okay.
How about
Okay, I
other
will
people? Did you see the lecture materials?
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
sir.
see. Already I have shared.
Okay, thank you. I will see again.
Okay, right. Thank you very much. Okay, have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.